Guys, so much has gone down this year in 2022. It's been an incredible year for sneaker releases, and it's also been just a crazy year for the sneaker world in general. Even though the year is not yet done and we still have an entire month full of sneaker releases, today we're going to be looking forward into 2023. That's right, guys. Today we're going to be counting down the top 10 sneakers that we know are going to be dropping next year. And guys, it is looking like some insane heat straight out the gate next year. Even though we don't know everything that's going to be dropping next year, if it looks anything like this, we've got a great year ahead of us. Very surprisingly, we've got a lot of release dates for these 2023 releases. So with that being said, let's hop into this list. Number 10 on my list is the Jordan 1 Low OG Black Toe. That's right, next year, 2023, on July the 28th to be exact, we're going to be getting the Jordan 1 Low Black Toe. As of right now, we don't have any images specifically of this pair of sneakers, but we do know that it's supposed to come in the OG Black Toe color block. And if next year is anything like this year, we know that Jordan Brand is probably going to lean into the Jordan 1 Low silhouette a lot more. I mean, generally speaking, the Jordan 1 High hype has been on the decline all this year, so it wouldn't surprise me if they start really leaning into the lows. The number 9 spot goes to a pair of shoes that we really don't have too much information on, except for the fact that it is going to be a collaboration that drops next year. It's the Supreme Nike SB Dunk Low. We don't even have any rendered images of what this pair of sneakers could look like. All we know is that Supreme and Nike is going to be working on another Nike SB Dunk Low next year. All that we can assume is that there's probably going to be multiple different colorways as they have done in the past, and that is probably going to feature some kind of crazy pattern or design like Supreme and Nike usually like to do. Again, not much information to go off. We don't have any specific release dates, just at some point in 2023. And at the number 8 spot, we have a pair of sneakers that I have been patiently waiting to drop this year, but it hasn't, and now we're looking forward to 2023. And that is the New Balance 1906 Protection Pack. Now, we have seen so many different colorways of this protection pack leaked in rumors. We've seen gray colorways, white colorways, navy colorways, the whole lot. But a release date we have not seen. With the success that New Balance has had here in 2022 and the incredible protection pack that they did on the 2002 R silhouette, I am highly anticipating the next generation of their protection pack theme. Again, no specific release date. Judging on all of the leaks and rumors that we have seen, I would assume it's going to be coming early 2023. The number 7 spot goes to the Air Jordan 1 High Celtics or Lucky Green. I say Celtics or Lucky Green because we don't exactly know what it's going to be called, but we do know that it is supposed to recreate the Jordan 1 High DMP. According to the leaks and rumors, this colorway is not going to have the Jumpman branding on the back and the tongue like the DMPs had. It's just going to have that incredibly clean color blocking, which I think a lot of us would be hyped about. Now, as far as a release date, we actually have that, April the 15th, 2023. Regardless of the Jordan 1 hype being on the decline, it seems like 2023, Jordan Brand is going to be pumping out some bangers on the Jordan 1 High. The number 6 spot goes to a sneaker that every single time we've got new images of, I seem to like it even more. It is the Jordan 4 SE Craft. 2022 has been pretty incredible for the Jordan 4 silhouette. Jordan Brand has released some of the best colorways that we've seen in a very long time, as well as, of course, some incredible collaborations. And next year, it looks like they're going to be dropping some bangers as well, because this Craft colorway is definitely something different and something that I like. They've changed up the materials, and this really nice iced out kind of grayish colorway that they've gone with is incredible. Now, in terms of a release date, these are set to drop on February the 11th, 2023. The number 5 spot goes to another pair of Jordan 1 Highs. Like I said, next year, Jordan Brand has got some bangers in the pipeline, and it is the Jordan 1 High University Blue. Now, as soon as this pair of Jordan 1s got leaked and rumored, it immediately became one of the most anticipated drops for 2023 for a lot of people. Now, again, like a lot of the sneakers on today's list, we don't have a lot of information to go off of. We only have rendered images and the fact that the color blocking for this pair of shoes should mimic the bread toe Jordan 1s. Just replace it with this university blue color. Now, even though we don't have too much information, we do actually have a release date. These are set to drop on July the 8th, 2023. Number 4 spot goes to a pair of sneakers which we kind of got a retro of here in 2022, but it's actually happening next year. It's the Jordan 4 Thunders. Here in 2022, we got the red Thunders. Well, next year, it's gonna be the OG Thunders that mimic the original release. That means all over black upper with those yellow accents. Now, again, we don't have any actual images of this pair of sneakers. All we know is that it's supposed to come just as the original Thunder 4s. And we also know that the release date is supposed to be February the 15th, 2023. But again, like all of the other release dates on this list, grain of salt because they could all change. Right, now before we jump into the top 3, let me run through some of the honorable mentions because we actually have quite a few of them. First one is going to be the UNC Jordan 5. This one we already have images of. We know exactly what it's going to look like, and it's clean. Now we also have a release date, which is March the 4th. Now another honorable mention will be Adidas Yeezys, or whatever Adidas plans to do in terms of releasing Yeezys in the next year. It already has been confirmed that Adidas plans to use older Kanye West designs that they own the IP to. Or exactly how they plan to do this in terms of whether they're just going to remove the insole and take away any Yeezy branding and then just release it, or are they going to create new silhouettes with Kanye's designs? Either way, we don't have too much information on what's going to happen. The only latest information that we have is this image of a kind of foam looking Yeezy 700 V3. All I know is next year it's going to get pretty drama filled, it's going to be pretty crazy, and whatever Adidas decides to do, it's going to be pretty controversial. Another honorable mention would be the Jordan 3 Wizards. Now, these apparently are going to be dropping on April the 29th. On August the 12th next year, we're going to be getting the Jordan 4 Red Cement. I mean, the name pretty much gives this one away. It's supposed to kind of look like the white cement Jordan 4, just with red accents. And for the final honorable mention is the Jordan 7 Travis Scott. That's right, we already know that Travis Scott is going to be moving on from the Jordan 1 silhouette, and apparently he's going to start working on a Jordan 7. That's pretty much it for the honorable mention, so let's hop into the top 3 most exciting sneakers that should be dropping in 2023. And the third spot goes to the Jordan 1 High 85 Panda. Next year we are going to be getting Panda Jordan 1 Highs in the 85 cut. Based on the leaks and rumors that we have right now, all we know is that it is supposed to mimic the original black and white Jordan 1 High from 1985. Apparently it's going to be dropping on February the 15th next year. And strictly based off of how incredibly popular the Panda Dunks have been for Nike this year in 2022, I'm sure they're hoping to capitalize on some of that hype next year when they drop this clean 85 cut. Number 2 spot goes to the highly anticipated Jordan 3 White Cement Reimagined. Yes, we are going to be getting the Jordan 3 White Cement as true to the OG as possible. However, the reimagined naming that goes along with this is going to be very similar to what we saw on the Jordan 1 Chicago's this year. And just like the Jordan 1 Chicago Lost and Found that we got this year, the White Cement 3s that are going to be dropping next year should have the same kind of vintage or aged treatment to them. Also know that it's going to come with special packaging, and that they may even tie a very similar storyline to the Jordan 1 Chicago to this pair of White Cement 3s. Now in terms of release date, these apparently are going to be dropping on March the 11th next year. Again, all these dates could potentially change. And the number 1 spot goes to the Travis Scott Jordan 1 Low Olive. And for the final pair, they kept it super clean. Judging on past Travis Scott releases, you already know this is going to be incredibly hard to get your hands on. We've got plenty of early images, we've even got some on-foot images, so we know exactly what this pair of sneakers is going to look like. These should be dropping on March the 25th. But with that being said, that of course wraps up my list. Those are the 10 most exciting sneakers that are going to be dropping in 2023. Let me know what you're most excited for to drop next year. And with that being said, I want to thank you so much for coming through, hanging out for yet again another video. Thank you for liking, commenting, and of course subscribing. I'll catch you guys in the next one, but until then.